Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to Invest in the Stock Market page. And today we are going to talk about some exciting stuff about the different stocks um, in the Philippine Stock Exchange. And let's see what happened in the movements today. So let's just wait for some people to join. But for now, I'd like to invite everyone to also follow us in YouTube. We now have a channel in YouTube, and we are Miss JD. Okay, so we're fairly new. This is a new channel, so my goal here is, of course, to share the videos and in the past, and of course the future videos in this channel, and who knows, it will evolve someday. Okay, and so that if people are more comfortable watching all the videos in just one portal, then here you go. You can go to YouTube and then just click all the videos, because some of us are, it's too tiring to scroll down, or it's more inconvenient to locate some videos. So if you prefer to watch all the videos, then you can also access them in our YouTube channel, Miss JD. Okay. And also, before we review some stocks, I just want to share something. And I'm not sure if everyone knows this page. It's the PSE Edge. Okay, so you can just go to Google and type PSE Edge. PSE Edge. Okay. All the companies listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange will have the details here. If you want to understand the background of a certain company, you can find it here. At the same time, all their financial reports, and if you also want to know when the next dividend release or the next release of their dividends is, then you will also be updated here. In fact, it is highly encouraged that you visit this site every single day, especially when you are engaged in the stock market, so you understand what could potentially influence the movement for the day. Okay, so let's see how many viewers do we now have. Okay, I don't know, where can I see that? So we have 2. All right, so let's dive into the stocks. Okay, hold on. If you have requests on which stock to review, just go ahead, drop a message. Okay, so that we can review them. Let's see, do we have anyone interested? Okay, if you have some stocks you have already gotten a position in, then let's review them. But for now, okay, let us check. Okay, so in the previous video, I shared how I check out the stocks to review. So I go to Investograms and I check all stocks. From all stocks, I filter according to the percent change. Normally, I like the highest to the lowest, so the positive change down to the negative. So I go to the median, 0%. Okay, so this is our baseline. So from here, we then check the volume, and the number of trades. So those are the stocks that we are going to open. Okay, take note there are 300 plus stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange, and some of them really, I'm not interested in some of them, so we'll just filter this according to the stocks with the highest potential to move. Okay, so from here, get this. So 2263. Okay, so the next one that is an interesting stock to review is MPI. Okay, we already opened this earlier. MPI, oops. MPI is showing us an ascending triangle. Okay, notice this, and then the Bollinger Band. So this is the Bollinger Band. It's getting constricted. So it's that means the volatility is now really low. So if you see an ascending triangle, the next thing to watch out for is when the stock opens above that line, let's say around this area tomorrow, then majority of the movement is really above the MA20 line. The MA20 line is the red line. Then that would mean it's a breakout play. Okay, it's a breakout play, and also I see here. Notice in this side, slowly the volume is picking up. So here around this line. So if it opens above MA20, then that means that we have a potential breakout play. The next stock to look at, just one moment. Okay, just one moment. The next one is, so 1,700 trades. What about FLI? FLI, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a little bit worried, although, so it bounces at the MA20, but it's getting weaker and weaker. You know why? Because look at the volume, it's going down. So that means there's a big chance that it might break the MA20 line. When it opens, let's say tomorrow, a candlestick ends below the MA20 line, be extra careful because it might potentially go down. The reason why I said that is because as you move, notice as we move further upward, you see that it's moving upward, right? But RSI is moving downward. So that's not a good sign. We are now seeing some weakness in the momentum. Okay. The next one is.
Mommy, are you finished your being live?
Is pure gold. It's still in a sideways movement, and it showed us some bounce. Let's see how far is this from the MA20 line. I keep on saying MA20 because MA20 line is a bounce area. Okay, and it depends. There are a lot of meanings as well that you can find. If, for instance, it ends above the MA20 line, it could potentially now be in an upward trend. If it ends below the 20 line, then potentially there's another meaning to that. So I keep on saying MA20 because it's a bounce area primarily. Okay, so let us see how far is this from the bounce area. So let's say here, that is already 1.76%. Now, if you are a trader, okay, it's highly recommended that you manage your risk. When I say manage your risk, make sure that you indicate or you set your stop loss. Otherwise, if you don't, then it might go all the way down. Like, what if 11 or 20% down for the day? Then that would mean you have a paper loss of 20%. Now, of course, if you already have that much of a loss, you're now going to be hesitant to get out of the trade because that's a big amount. So tendency is you wait for the stock to go up just to reach a break even. Now the question is, how long will it take for the stock to go up? Is it in a few days, a few months, sometimes years? So what will happen to your money? It will sleep. Okay? That is if you're a trader. Now, if you are an investor, it's a different story. If it goes all the way down, like for example, what happened to Jollibee, if you have an investor mindset, you won't be totally sad about the thing that happened yesterday and today. Let's just go there. Okay. If you're an investor, this is your opportunity to buy some more. Okay. If you already have a position, and I bet majority of you guys are an investor in Jollibee, just hang in there, okay? Hang in there, and then wait for an opportunity, a buy signal before you enter the trade. Okay, so buy whenever you see a dip. Now we don't know how far it might go down, but looking at this, so yesterday we looked at the weekly and then we saw that potentially we have a support in 147. So it broke that support, then the next support would be around this area. Let's see. So this is the first one. This could be the next one. Okay, here. But this could be another. But either way, this is already very cheap for Jollibee because I'm thinking it might already bounce tomorrow, but I might be wrong, okay? Because this area here was a resistance. So okay. So just observe. Okay, tomorrow if it opens on below the 236 price and it gives us a strong sell selling activity, then the next possible support would be 188. But in case if it doesn't reach that area and you know, it starts to give us a reversal, signs of reversal, then go ahead, just get inside. I mean, just buy, get a position, because your number one hint here is this one. Okay, this, you are in the oversold area in RSI. Okay, So let's go back. So that's my my opinion for Jollibee. This is an opportunity to buy. If you're an investor, do not panic sell, okay? Just buy some more if you have extra funds. And then that's, you know, in the future, eventually you will have a much lower average because you were able to buy at the a very low price. Okay, so that's the difference between a trader mindset and an investor mindset. A trader cuts his losses. An investor buys some more when a stock dips. Let's go back to pure gold. Pure gold. Okay, so pure gold. Oops. For pure gold, it's still hard to tell. We are having an area of resistance here in this line. Okay. So if it opens above MA, if it ends above 46, gives us another green candlestick tomorrow, then okay, so that would mean it could go down. I mean, could go up, but I'm not very confident because the Bollinger Band is giving us a downward direction. Here, it's also giving us a downward direction. Oh, that's for a weekly chart. But still the same. But in the short term, looking at the daily chart, it showed us a bounce. Okay, so if you want to get in as a trader, okay, wait in this area closer to MA20 and then maybe provision a 3 to 5% below the MA20 line for your cut loss or stop loss. Let's say you enter here at 45, okay, and then you have a 3% or 5%, for example. 3% is fine as long as you enter near MA20 line. So there, for example, you enter at 45 and then for the whole day it goes up and down in this area, but if it ends below 44, or if it reaches your cut loss or stop loss area, no mercy, guys, exit the trade. Okay, so you have to have discipline when you want to engage in the stock market. Otherwise, you will lose money. That's what you call gambling if you do not have the discipline. Next, so you have pure gold. MBT. MBT has bounced at the MA20 line. Okay, how many percent above the MA20 is this? Okay, you're still close, but if let's say you're able to enter in this area, 74.92 or 75, then set your stop loss up to here. Good. Notice, always enter near a support or near a bounce area. SECB. Okay. SECB retraced but did not reach the MA20 line. Okay. In some occasions, a a stock would dip a little bit and then continues the rally upward after that. And there's another tool that I would like to introduce to you to determine that. So that's what we call the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, this is Fibonacci retracement. So what you need to do here is find the support. Okay, so let's say this is the support. First point here, drag it upward, and then this area that is your resistance. Plot that over there. Okay, so from here, support to the resistance. The lines that you see are the possible retracement or bounce area. Okay, so in this example, it respected this area for the bounce, 0.236 area. So it bounced in that area. Guys, when we say bounce area, it's an area. It doesn't have to be a specific amount. It's not an exact price, but in that area. Now, some stocks might also retrace up to this level or as low as this level, but you would know if a stock will now reverse downward. Okay, because in this example, it's in an upward trend. When will you know that it's already going to be a downward or a bearish? Downward or bearish, they mean the same. When will you know that it is now going downwards? If it breaks this line, 61.8%, 6.618. Okay, take note of that. 0.618 or 61.8%. Okay, if it breaks that, then it will go down. At the same time, yeah, that's it. Let's see if there is a yeah. Although, look, be extra careful because it might give you another resistance here. This is the resistance. So it might bounce here and then go all the way down. Okay, so your sign is, let's say if it gaps up here, then good. But if not, you're nearing a resistance. So I don't recommend this because so it bounced for a bit, but you have a resistance. So your risk to reward ratio, okay, I'm dropping another term here. Risk to reward ratio. Your risk, let's say you risk 3%. The goal is your potential reward should be higher than 3%, something to that effect. But here you only have a very small margin for your gain, and then you're hitting a resistance here, so it's not worth the risk. It's already very high up there, and your RSI is already up here, although it bounced for a bit, but you know it might go sideways here, sideways, and then down, boom. But if it breaks out, for example, it opens right in 188 area, it gaps up, but seldom does it happen in the Philippine Stock Exchange. If it gaps up, it's a different story. Okay, and it gives you a good volume, but look, the volume is already low, so stay away from this stock. SMPH, it's giving us a support in this area, the support in this area. Okay, so give it a try. Just enter near 3750, 3750 to 3780, around that area, because that's already a support. Meg also bounced, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just make sure you enter near MA20, but it's already a bit high. It's already high. And volume, the volume, let's see. If I make this line, okay. Look, the volume is already deteriorating. See that? The volume is going down. So, meaning we have lesser people who are confident, or who are, you only have a few people showing interest in this stock because they feel that it's already too high for its value. The price is already too high, so it might retrace, but we don't know how deep it is. July 5th, date July 2. Yeah, but overall, Meg is a good company. If you're there, if you are an investor, um, but still, you can be an investor and still be wise. Just wait for a good buy signal. If it dips, if you know that it is going to dip eventually because of the signals that you have, try to wait. Deposit your money there. Let's say you're using COL, just deposit some funds there, add some more when you have extra money. And then once you hit an area where, let's say, you're nearing a support, let's say this dips and it goes, let's say this area, then okay, that's another support. Now if it breaks your support, just, and then you already entered, then look for another support area and then just buy some more. That is if you're an investor. URC. URC. Okay. I'm thinking, look, the volume is also lowering down. Let's get as we move higher, the volume is deteriorating. And here we go up. This one too. Look. So up, but it's going down. So this might create a new resistance. So a previous support will be a resistance now. This one. And then it might go here. Okay. So let us see. Do we have other people making requests? JFC, PIP. Let's see PIP. Oh, it's triggering the lower Bollinger Band. PIP, if you're interested in this, try to avoid it first. But if you have already entered and you entered not far from this amount or from this price, consider exiting the trade. Why? What's in here? Because it's already triggering a Bollinger Band. It might go down. Okay. We already talked about, what about ISM? ISM. ISM. Oh, okay. It's a bloody day for ISM. So we have a red candlestick, and I have a feeling it might fill this gap. Remember, last April 29th, there was a gap up. There after this price ended at 512, the next day it opened at 601, and then it ended at 5.78. So there's a big gap in between. So I mentioned in one of my posts before that I'm not sure if it's in Facebook or in YouTube. When a price gaps up, sometimes within the day it will fill the gap, but it could also take days before it can fill the gap. So what I'm thinking is that it might fill this gap over here. Okay, and then hopefully, because we're already nearing the support or the oversold area, then we hope that it will give us a confirmation for a reversal. Let's say we'll see. It depends on the type of candlestick that will be formed for that particular day. But I am seeing another red candlestick here. Okay, but I personally have a position in ISM. I got into this stock, but I have a long-term perspective. So I am an investor in this stock because I see that although right now ISM is not yet fully operational, but someday it will. And I know it will take a lot of years before we even reach 100 pesos or 50 pesos for that. But I still consider this as, we're still early in the game. So if let's say your average is around is in the 6 pesos or 7 pesos area, you're fine. Treat that as your savings. Compared it with you putting it in the bank. I think this is way better. So add some more whenever you see an opportunity for dips. So this is our opportunity. The stock is on sale. Okay, and we're here in the oversold area. So I'm thinking around 5 pesos. That's the it because normally it won't really end right on the spot I marked. So I have a feeling that it would even reach as low as 5 or up to here 488. If not, I'm even willing to wait up to 448 area and buy some more. Okay, so this is a stock for me is for long term. Although there are a lot of traders really taking advantage of this stock, that's why it's not giving us a bullish rally because small movements, traders pull out, they sell their position, and then there you go. I think this is doing a sideways movement if you're going to look at the monthly chart. Here. It's a sideways movement, looking at the monthly chart. Maybe I'm thinking as long as, by the time we see it fully operational, and I heard this is going to happen, I don't know. I have to check. But third quarter of this year or fourth quarter of this year, but it's really happening soon. But they'll start in the Luzon area. So if we already have consumers or subscribers for this telco, third telco, then I'm thinking it will really rally. Who knows? It can have this setup, heaven. Last year, so I am now looking at the monthly chart. January of last year, okay, December last year, it was just, so congratulations to those who really, to those who were able to take a ride here. It was just averaging at around 7 for a long time. 7, 18, 20, around that area. So when January came in 2018, so there was a bullish movement. Notice for the entire year, it's showing us an overbought, but it stabilizes in the overbought area. It's not giving us signs of, slowing down. So from 18, month 1, month 2, it even reached 392. 23, let's say you bought it, let's say 64 pesos. What if 64 pesos? Sorry guys, calculator. Just to illustrate, you had 50,000 pesos. You bought it at 64. You were able to buy 781 shares. Let's say you have 780 shares. Okay, so you have 780 shares and you sold it around the 300 pesos area. Times 300. 234,000. Your initial investment was just 50,000. And the gain in 2 months is 184,000. Interesting. But take note, guys, this is a 1 in a million, not 1 in a million, because we only have 300 stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So rare for this to happen. Okay, but who knows? They said that Philippine stocks or the stock market is a game of patience. So if you have the patience, then there's a big chance that you'll really gain a lot from this endeavor. Okay. Next. Hi, Maria. So I was able to answer Ryan and Lynette. And hi, Maria. Welcome to our live. DMC. Let's talk about DMC. Okay, so time now is 9:10, and by the way, guys, I also trade in the international market, so I might be wrapping up this live soon. Okay, so all right, so looks like DMC, we are near the support area. Okay, rule of thumb, be near the support area when you enter a stock. What is a support? A support is an area where you see candlesticks stop multiple times. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are 4 instances of a candlestick stopping at that area. Hold on, I'm still in the monthly. Sorry about that. I'm in the monthly view, but at least you already have a longer time frame in your analysis. So if you see that potentially in the day chart, you will also see that you are entering at a good spot. So see that I created a line. If I remove that, it will show me MA20. So beautiful. So get in DMCI near MA20. I mentioned earlier, MA20 is a bounce area. So try to get in as near as you can. Okay. So and let me see. Do we have some more? SMC. SMC. Okay, SMC. Let's hope this is, you're already at, okay. This is already near. I think this is already a bounce for SMC. Another big company, very stable company. And this stock is on sale. At one point, last May, it even reached 295 area, and now it is giving you a 13% discount. Okay, 13% discount. SMC is on sale. It showed us a bounce. You're near a support area. So if you would like to get in SMC, this is a good time to get in. Okay, and SMC is a good stock for the long term. Okay, so this is a good stock for investment. Notice letter D here. So E would show you the financial report. Okay. D would show you schedule of the dividends. So the release of the dividends. And SMC is always giving out dividends every quarter, May, June, July, August. There you go. See that? Consistent for the past, oops, sorry, since 2016. Every 3 months, it is giving us a dividend. So that's a good company to get in. All right. So this is the downside, because if I click this and I go to another icon, it's hard to, so I can't remove this thing. Okay. SMC. Okay, SMC next would be Meralco. Oh, ICT first, because it gave us a 3,830 trades for the day. See, I don't like this. I have to refresh it again. ICT and last would be Meralco. But you already got the rhythm of how I'm doing it. I hope I'm making sense, and try to use the same style. I hope it will work out for you. Okay, so it's already a bounce. It's a bounce for ICT. Let me just plot my Bollinger Band and of course my RSI. It's already a bounce. Okay, I'll have a separate discussion about Bollinger Band and RSI because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, because it might sound technical, but I'll try to create a material that will simplify everything. Like I am teaching, I don't know. I'll try to simplify it. Okay, so this is already a good bounce for ICT. This is your support and your nearest support, and you can already try to do a test buy in this area. Okay, there. Enter near here, and then if it goes further down, if you're in it as a trader, cut your loss. But if you're in it as an investor, then buy some more when it dips. Okay, but this is already a support area, and the support area is a buy area. Okay, and then Meralco. Giving us a sideways movement. Okay, so if you want to get in here, get in near, there you go. But if I'm going to draw, so there's another strategy and they call it the Darvas box. Okay, so that's it. Currently, what Meralco is doing is it's moving in a sideways pattern. There's a sideward movement. Sorry, my English is getting sleepy. So it's giving us a sideward movement, and it shows us that it only moves from this range from here to here. Okay, from here to here, up and down, up and down. Now, if it breaks this area, okay, so if you want to get in Meralco at the moment, given that this is the setup, enter in this area. Okay, this is your support area. But if it breaks this area, it gets the candle ends outside of this box. Let's say it ends here. So let's say it ends here. There you go, it ends here. Okay. What the heck? Sorry. How can I make a sample candlestick? Okay, fine. Let's say it ends here. What color? Red. Uy. What is wrong? It's a vertical line. Okay, fine. But you see here. Let's say it ends here. Okay, there you go. So the part of the candlestick ends outside of, or let's say it starts here. The next day it starts outside that box, then that's a breakout play. Okay. So there are a lot of terms, but I'm not really very fond of terms. I don't memorize terms. I don't even memorize the names of the candlesticks. But if you want to memorize it, I have some pictures in my previous posts. Just open them and then you'll know the types of candlesticks. There are a lot there, but I'll have a different discussion someday. But if a candlestick opens and closes outside the box, then you now have a breakout. It's a breakout and it will go in an upward trend again. Okay, so if you want to enter this stock, try to get in near the support area. Okay, so it's 9:20 and I am now ready to trade the international market. I'm using eToro and I want to show you my port. Always rule of thumb, only put in the amount you're willing to, the amount you don't need anytime soon. Okay, and I'm still learning the international market, although I've already engaged myself in the stock market for quite some time now. But in the international market, because I find Philippine Stock Exchange a little bit slow in terms of movement, in terms of gain potential, or profitability. It's a bit slow compared to the international market. So I'm now exposing myself in the international market. I created an account here. I'm Julie Lax. If you want to create your account here, I am going to share my link. Actually, in my previous posts, I also have the link there. Now, if you create an account, it's free. But if you fund your account at a minimum of $200, eToro will give you $50. Okay, so that's their gift for you, so you can start your investment and or trading. Now, these are my positions, and so far for the past 2 months, we already have, a positive portfolio. Our portfolio has already gained a total of 16.28%. Now, if you put your money in the bank, I bet at the end of each year, you will only get 2%, 3%, and there's tax. So it's really not very strategic. Now, if you want to follow me, if you want to create an account, use my link. And if you want to check out the trades that I have, go find Julie Lax. And eToro has a feature where you can copy people. There are a lot of traders. If you're new to trading and you're not very confident yet with your skill, just copy these people. Hopefully someday you can copy me too. But I have not applied in this one yet. You can become a popular investor and then you can have yourself copied by people. But I think I know I'm giving myself 2 more months before I do that. I'll add money in my portfolio so that I can be qualified. Now you can copy them if you're not very confident yet with their skill. Now, let us say you're too scared to use your real money. You can also use virtual trading. You can still trade and practice your skill, your let's say your technical analysis skill in the virtual trades. Okay, so try it out. It's safe. And that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll try my best. If this works, let me know if I'm making sense here. Please drop a comment if you're liking it. That way I know whether I'll continue this. I'll make it a daily habit to share my insights about the stock market, and probably in the future I can merge, once in a while I'll talk about the foreign stocks and sometimes the Philippine stocks. So just let me know. Drop a comment, okay? Thank you, good night, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.